shift in everything when it comes to Dtravel, and it starts with the team, the leadership, strategy, market maker, marketing, awareness of the, like, we have a perfect product that works, we have a search engine that works. Where's the marketing? Again, you can't, like, and they're not willing to accept responsibility. And here I am, I've tried to reach out to them in person, I've tried to give them feedback privately. The response has been limited to none. After all of this work, all of this time, me trying to help them, and I'm getting no interaction. Got a shitload of TRVL, no interaction. How does that make you feel as an investor? Does that make you want to buy TRVL? I'm not buying anymore. I bought some the other day, yeah, just to test the market, but I'm not buying anymore because look what I'm seeing. I'm seeing no interest, literally no interest in TRVL. I'm sorry to say it. I'm really sorry, Dan and Craig and anyone else. Yeah, it's not my fault. I have been really trying hard. So unless the community wants to rise up and start asking questions and start holding these fruitcakes to account, well, not fruitcakes, but you know, I'm just a bit emotional, then we're not looking at a healthy project crypto wise. Yeah, crypto wise. This is yesterday. Yeah, I bought and sold the same amount of TRVL. These are my candles, 1 minute time frame. Yeah, I bought and sold exactly the same amount of TRVL. Right, what do you see? Firstly, I see the market makers are fucking shit because they're meant to balance the market, but the market is obviously not balanced here. Look, you sell, you buy and the price doesn't go up, you sell and the price drops. So the market makers, systematic failure with the market makers. And what's more is that you see the volume increased on the way down. So actually more people are selling. So people are actually selling the pumps. The minute the price pumps, you suddenly get big sells. Sell. So I just bought and sold the same amount. My candle actually brought us down to here, and then someone pushed it further. I just can't explain it to them. They just don't understand. They just don't want to understand. Don't get it. So I don't know what to do. I really need you guys' help. Yeah. I really need you guys to get really vocal and start holding these people to account. If you care for TRVL, for the project, if you want TRVL and Dtravel to do well, then I hope you can help me. I need your help. All right. That's my TRVL update. It's not pleasant, is it? I'm sorry. But, you know, I do care a lot about Dtravel and TRVL. And I've tried really hard to help. But I'm not getting any love. Not getting any love. So I don't know what to do. I need you guys to get vocal and start raising all of these issues. And personally, I think we need to see a change in strategy and a change in leadership. Honestly, I don't want to be a leader. I don't want to be the CEO. I don't intend to do that. I'm not interested. Okay, I'm happy to not work for anyone. But I know there are some potential people that could maybe do a better job. But actually, what you need is new eyes at the top, right? That's TRVL. Should you buy? I don't know anymore. Honestly, I don't. I think it's a really good place to buy. Look, it's a really good place to buy. The price is good. Really good price to buy. 2.5. We're at this mid channel, which I drew yesterday. But the reaction has been poor. That's really what I'm worried about. The reaction. It's been poor reaction. When I compare this to the rest of the market, the reaction is poor. So naturally, it doesn't give you confidence to buy, does it? It doesn't give you, you're not getting a good reaction. And the problem is we just keep on putting lower highs. People put in low lows. What do you do? How do you buy that? How do you buy it when the market structure just keeps on telling you sell? And so I don't know what to say. I would normally say this is a really good price, buy the dip. We're at a really good place. This is the value area low. Lots of good things are coming, but a lot of the good things have been announced and it had no effect on the price, partly because the way the announcers were timed extremely wrong, extremely badly, and then partly because actually that doesn't really give value to TRVL. It's still future speculative value. It's not actual real world value or some kind of intrinsic value. And then the extrinsic value is dependent upon the network and the community. And by basically after we started losing 5.5 cents, people lost interest. They lost interest because you're losing major support. Why are you losing major support? You could argue it's Bitcoin, but the reality is that people were losing interest. They were losing interest because by May, a lot of things that had been promised hadn't been delivered, and so people were losing confidence. And really what needed to happen was we needed to hold 5.5. Really, that's what needs to happen. So I've made a few really pertinent suggestions. I've sent it to them. I've not been harsh, but I haven't been kind. I've been kind of really to the point. And let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But I don't know if they realize that there's a problem. Honestly, I think there's so much little awareness of what's happening in crypto, of how people feel, how like they're not really aware of how I feel either. Yeah, because I'm not getting the kind of response that gives me the assurance that they're aware. Okay, and even though I'm just really open and obvious, I'm struggling. I'm sure. Anyway, this is a good place to buy. Let me not just like trash. I'm not trying to trash or FUD TRVL. I'm just telling you that there are some problems and I need your help. Yeah, anyone who's watching or listening to this, I need your help. You need to get into that freaking Telegram group and start raising fire. Yeah, if you care, if you want to, and if not, then you're going to end up with you losing your investment, because at the rate we're going, there's no interest, there's no pickup on this. And the minute Bitcoin starts pulling back, what happens then? Bitcoin is going up and we're going down. What happens when Bitcoin starts going down? Yeah, TRVL is under pressure, guys, and I need your help, right? But it is a good place to buy. If something is going to happen, it has to happen now at the right place to buy. Yeah, because the minute you start losing support and making lower lows, it's too late. You've lost it. You've lost the audience. You've lost the market. Yeah, we're finally at the value area low at this midpoint channel, coming back into some higher time frame levels, weekly levels. Let me have a look. This is the right place to shift, to turn things around now. Yeah, and it has to start with public scrutiny, and so we can actually get some things happen. Look, we're here in the monthly level. Look, we had a reaction from the monthly level. There's a couple of daily levels and the value area. It's a really good place. This is where you want to see a big reaction, and we're getting a really poor reaction. Yeah, we're getting a reaction, but it's quite a poor reaction. Look, that's a very poor reaction, little reaction, but it's quite poor. And what happens is there's no follow through. You end up making lower lows. The market buys immediately underwater, and as soon as Bitcoin pulls back, we're in trouble. And when you look at other altcoins, they pump, they're up here. Yeah, they moved. And so next time Bitcoin pulls back, altcoins have a chance to bottom out. But we're not bottoming out. We're going down. We're falling like a fucking sack of bricks into the ocean. And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I've really tried hard, and I'm coming close to losing interest really in TRVL. I'm really coming close, and it's crazy because I've literally proved the model. I've generated revenue. I know that there's a market. I'm an Airbnb superhost. I've had really dodgy experiences with Airbnb, so I know how bad they are. I know about crypto. I know about charting. I know about analysis. I know about the markets. I brought all of my knowledge together without any payment to me whatsoever to help Dtravel. and I'm left with this. And it's not because of me, it's because they have literally, it's almost like they think they're smarter than everyone else. And it really, the night protocol is an innovation. It's very speculative. It may or may not work. No one is going to pour their life savings into that because no one knows if it's going to succeed or not. Yeah. And the reality is, with the night protocol, you need Airbnb to get involved, and the reality is they probably won't get involved in the night protocol. Probably won't. Okay, that's the reality. And so in their fancy graphics, they've put pictures of Airbnb and VR and Booking and VRBO. But the reality of the world that we live in is that there's no reason for Airbnb and or Booking.com and or VRBO to participate with the night protocol. It's a shot in the dark. You're not going to spend your life savings investments on a shot in the dark. It's very speculative. And so the rest of the value is going to come from speculative future network growth. And the network isn't growing. Yeah. It literally, I mean, you can't make this up. Where is the value coming from? The network isn't growing. I don't really understand. Sorry, let me just find it. I don't really understand how we're going to get to a big network. Where is the listings that they're not growing? I can't see them. Where are the new listings in this Telegram group? Look, a new booking. I got one new booking. When was that? Whenever, maybe yesterday. Where are the new listings? Oh, the one booking site activated, one per day. Yeah. So by next year, we're going to have another 365 new sites. It's not acceptable. This is shit. This is shit, guys. Yeah. We need 100 per day. Our marketing is rubbish. Literally rubbish. Why is it rubbish? Why is our marketing rubbish? Yeah. Because there's no emotion, there's no passion. It's just people want emotion, you know, they want passion, they want to believe that you believe. We're excited to unveil the next phase of growth, a new incentive model backed by 150 million TRVL. It's not $5 million anymore, mate. Open to anyone who believes in crypto's potential to disrupt. This is it. No one's going to invest their life savings into a belief on an innovation when the chart is looking like this. It's just not going to happen. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. And it's so emotive. There's no emotion here. There's no feeling. There's no like passion. There's no like, we're going to destroy Airbnb or we're going to take down Airbnb and this is it. We're the Airbnb killer. Come join us. You know, like I want to feel that. I don't feel it. It's too pretty. It's too, you know, I'm not a fan of Airbnb, but you know, you can see it. You can see the love. You can see the love in Airbnb. You can see the passion. It's very visible. Everything is very, it's artwork really. When you look at their website, it's artwork. You can see the love. You can see the passion. They do some things right, and I don't see that. I don't see that in Dtravel anymore. You know, for one, I don't have a clue. Like it, look, what does that? Look, you go to Airbnb. Look what it takes you to. Look at this. And then you go to Dtravel and you're landed with that. All right. So already we're already this is shit. Like what is that? Don't know. I don't know. It's just too much information. I need to be taken on a journey. I can't find what I'm looking for because I don't know where to start. There's too much, and I need a journey. I need a story. And Airbnb is a multi-billion-dollar company, but look where it takes you, straight to their search engine, and you can find stuff straight away. Look, beachfront. There you go. Properties in beachfront. Amazing pools. Yeah. Straight away you're into it. Easy. Yeah. So we're not even learning from them. We're not even willing to learn from a successful $100 billion company. And this is our innovation. Okay. So I don't know. I'm really struggling right now. I know this is just the beginning. I know this is all just beta, alpha, whatever. I know that. Yeah. So I do appreciate that this is the early stages. Okay. But the reality is that we need a new strategy. We need to look at what's happening. We need to acknowledge the failures, and then we need to brainstorm solutions that are actually, and we should be willing to play to get our hands dirty. If we're not willing to do that, we're in trouble. Okay. And what else do I have to say? I don't know what to say. Like, I think it's a really good place to buy, but I'm not buying because I'm losing confidence in what I've been told and what I'm hearing and what's happening. Yeah. And that's really part of the problem. They're losing their investors. We had this debacle last week, or the week before last week, where someone put 40 million TRVL on for sale on the open market. Why? Because of all the problems that I've been talking about. And then the response in the public Telegram group was, oh, but the volume is low. Oh, but the liquidity is low. Oh, but we're trying our best. Oh, the dog ate our homework. Oh, I've got a cold. I can't work today. That's really, like, I just need someone to say, yes, we haven't performed. Yes, we messed up. Yes, we haven't done what we were meant to do. Yes, we've been behind on track. And this is how we're going to fix it. And this is our plan. And this is our roadmap. And this is the future. And this is why we're going to be better than everyone else. And this is why our token value is going to go up. And this is our future schedule. This is our roadmap and the timings. And we're going to be on these exchanges. This is 1, 2, 3. This is where we're going to get new investors. We're reaching out to X, Y, and Z investors now. Get people excited again. Yeah. But instead you get this kind of semi-pitiful, poor excuse of my dog ate my homework and nothing happens. And so investors like myself don't stop buying. We don't buy anymore. Yeah. That's really what's happened. The original investors have stopped buying. I have a lot of money. I'm not buying. Not buying any TRVL right now. What does that tell you? Yeah. And it's a shame, really, because the price is cheap. But I know that the minute I start buying, people are going to sell into that. So why should I pretend to be someone else's exit liquidity when the fault doesn't lie with me? So I'm not trying to rescue the project. I am trying to rescue the project, but the project has to rescue itself. This is meant to be a DAO. So the DAO has to decide what the future. And I think it starts with a change of leadership. It starts with a change of strategy. And it starts with trying and realizing our faults and rectifying them immediately. And actually, we don't need to do anything. We don't need to do any more development. We don't have to go on multiple chains. We didn't really need to go on Base, although we need it to get onto Coinbase, but that's another argument. Yeah. The product works. The search engine is out. We have a track record. Don't market the fuck out of this. What's going on? Yeah. They're not even doing that. Yeah. So, no, I'm not happy. I'm not impressed. I'm not going to just stay quiet and say nothing. Yeah. I'm not trying to FUD the project. The project is FUDding itself. Do you see all of this? Yeah. I didn't FUD any of this. Dtravel did this. They FUDded the project by telling us that this is going to be launched by this time and this is going to be launched by that time and something else is going to be launched by another time and not happening. And then keeping quiet and saying, oh, we're working on it. It's going to come soon. Just wait. Who's FUDding the project? Dtravel has been FUDding the project. They've always been FUDding the project. Yeah. They create uncertainty by not communicating with the investors and not giving us accurate, up-to-date information when it's pertinent, when it's needed, and giving us the assurance and the confidence to keep on buying. So who's FUDding the project? Yeah. Dtravel is literally FUDding the project. And what I've noticed just in that graphic that I showed you, I think the market makers want this project to go to zero. I really believe that. I have no idea why. I have no idea why, but the market makers are fucking us, yeah? And I want them changed. I want them removed. I want new market makers. I want market makers who understand what I'm talking about, yeah? And who's going to do something about it. Because right now, it's not working. It's the market makers have failed, or failing, have continuously failed. And all I get are excuses. I never get someone actually taking responsibility and saying, I know how to fix it. Do you know this? Do you know this price action? Yeah. This is a market maker hoping the price goes down. This is a different kind of manipulation. I'm talking about manipulation. This is manipulation. The market makers are not balancing the order books. Yeah. The buyers are getting stopped and the sales are being let through. This is a market maker problem. There's no point having conversations with market makers who have ulterior motives to take the price down. Yeah, that's not cool. I'm not cool with that. Yeah, we didn't need any of this. We didn't have to have any of this. Yeah, if the problems were addressed way back when, if the deadlines were held, if the communication worked, if the marketing had been suited for the context of the Bitcoin, in the middle of when everything was pumping in January, February, March, guess what Dtravel were doing? Nothing. They were fumbling around talking about a tokenomics document. Fumbling. And the minute they launch it, Bitcoin crashes. They literally. And you know what's interesting? They had the tokenomics documents back in January. They didn't release it. Yeah? That's what happened. That's what happened. So who's taking responsibility for that? I'm not taking responsibility for that. Everything I've said to you guys have been true. I've never been dishonest about anything. I've just been open and honest because I think it's the best strategy for getting people on board, for getting people genuinely interested, and because I think this project deserves it. Yeah. But this project as a DAO, as a decentralized DAO run by the token holders, not the way it's run now, not by a centralized team of people who have massive egos, who think they're the best thing since sliced bread, and some kind of weird, bizarre, peculiar attachment to Travala. The market has changed since 4 years ago. The market has changed. You've got people in Travala still dominating and dictating what's happening in TRVL and in Dtravel. But that ship sailed and went. We no longer live in that moment. Yeah. Let me show you Travala. Let me show you what happened. Yeah. Very different to what happened. And I can't explain this to people. It's almost like I'm talking to people who just fail to understand or don't understand. It's like low intelligence or something. This blue line is the Bitcoin halving in 2020. This is the price action of AVA, Travala's native token, right? And look what happened on the Bitcoin halving week. The price of AVA went up to the all-time high. And then from then, by May, yeah, it was in price discovery. By April, it was in price discovery. Yeah. Do you see that? Sorry. By May, it was in price discovery. By June, it was correcting. By July, it went to further higher heights. So look at August the 3rd. Yeah. Travala was trading at $4.2. Yeah. It had risen from a low here of 5 cents all the way up to $4, like 100x increase in value in the space of 3 months, right? And TRVL has gone down from 12 cents to 2.5 cents in the same period of time. So obviously there's not the same. You've got these people dictating TRVL, dictating Dtravel. Why? Everything's changed. It's not the same. You got to be so freaking stupid to not see that. Yeah. And yet you've got Travala interfering or influencing or misinforming or whatever, pretending that we're in the same ship, we're in the same boat, everything's going to be the same. And actually, it's been a hindrance. Let me tell you something. The association with Travala has been a hindrance for us because Travala is already out there. They're already on the exchanges. They've already made their money. And What the crypto market is looking for something new, fresh, new vision, new ideas, new people. Yeah, they're not looking for the same old people to come and create a new coin and get rich on another coin. Yeah, the market doesn't like that. The market doesn't want that. They don't want serial they don't want someone to keep on creating coins and to have serial 100x's. Market hates that. They're not interested in that. And so I actually think our association with Travala has been a hindrance to our success, because no longer people see us as Dtravel, they see us as an extension of Travala, and it's not the same. It's not the same vibe. It's not the same hype. It's not the same excitement as when you have a brand new team, a brand new vision, a brand new project, no associations. We can do our own thing. We can go our own way. We don't live in that environment, and that is a problem. Okay. And it's crazy because 2.5 years ago, I was told, yeah, that we would have Dtravel's listings would be on Travala 1.5 years ago, and still it hasn't happened. So how has that relationship with Travala benefited us? It hasn't really. Yeah, maybe it's benefited Dtravel in other ways. I have no idea. But from my perspective, from the investor's perspective, from someone who doesn't work for anyone's perspective, or someone who can say whatever the hell he wants and no one can fire me perspective, I don't see the Travala Association as helpful at all. I think we should do our own thing. We should go our own way. I want this to be a DAO, and it's not. I want the Dtravel project to make itself accountable to the DAO. I want token holders to have the right and the say to make decisions, and the decisions have to be taken out of the hands of these people, because this is what they've given us. The people in charge of Dtravel and TRVL has given us this, and I'm not happy about that. Yeah, I'm not happy at all. All right. So if anyone is here listening to me, and if anyone agrees with me, then let me know. And if you don't disagree with me, then we can have a conversation. That's fine. We can have a conversation. Yeah. If we disagree, let's have a conversation and correct me where I'm wrong. That's fine. Yeah. But if you do agree with me, and if you do feel in some way similar to what I'm saying, then please, I'm begging you. Yeah. Dtravel needs to hear about it. They need to understand that they're on the wrong path. They're not on the right track. Yeah. They're not listening. So right now, the community needs to rise up and needs to take control of this project before we end up in all-time lows, before we end up down here. Because if you lose that level and you flip that into resistance, then this project is dead. All right. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I have no idea. I just see weakness. I see weakness. I don't see strength. I don't see any buying. I don't see any follow through. I see the rest of crypto market bouncing, and I see Dtravel struggling. Yeah, really struggling. So someone has to take responsibility for that. If no one is willing to take responsibility for that, then we're looking at a dead project, literally a dead project. Okay. I'm sorry to say that. I'm really sorry. And don't think that I've profited from this. I'm just as much underwater as anyone. That's why I'm unhappy. You know, I'm happy. I'm not unhappy about losing money, because whatever money I put in crypto is lost anyway. That's how I see it. But I'm unhappy because of the time and the effort, the energy that I've put in, and also because I warned them. I warned them on many occasions. Yeah, I told them this is going to happen. Did not listen. Did not listen. Didn't say, Amir, how do we fix this? Amir, how do we solve this problem? How do we resolve this? How do we get out of this mess? What do we do? Yeah, they're not listening. I warned them in November this is going to happen. Right? I warned them. Right, anyway, that's Dtravel. That's TRVL. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Do not sell your TRVL at these prices. Just in case you're listening to me and you're thinking to yourself, shit, this project is dead. I better sell it before I lose the rest of my money. The biggest mistake would be to sell now. I think I think we just have to ride out the storm now and see what happens. And rather than sell at the lows here and cause a depression in the price, yeah, I think what we should do, anyone who has TRVL, get into that Telegram group, get onto their Twitter, reach out to these people directly and express to them exactly what I'm saying, that you're unhappy with the way they have performed and that you want to see changes. And that starts with the leadership and that starts with strategy. We need to change it. Yeah, I think if we change the leadership now and the strategy, then we have a chance to save this. And there's some very easy systematic things that they could do to bring this project back on track. Yeah, and it's just addressing those weaknesses. Yeah, that's all it is really. So if they're not willing to do that, then unfortunately, and why do I say dead? Why do I say dead? Is there any chance of this going to the all-time high in the Bitcoin bull market end of season pump? You see, the lower you go, the harder it gets to go up. You see? You have, the problem is the lower you go, then to get to the all-time high right now from the current price action, from the current price, it's a 6,000% increase in value. But the reality is that no one is going to hodl to the all-time high. People will sell. And that's the problem. The problem is we can't get through the sell pressure. So naturally, when the price from current price goes back up to 9 cents, yeah, you're looking at a 300% increase in value. I think most people are going to exit at 9 cents. Yeah. But to be honest with you, I don't think that's a good idea, because I think 5.5 cents is the level that really is the real test at the moment. 5.5. That's a bit lower than 5.5. Yeah. So I don't even think 9 cents is the right level. I think 5.5 is roughly around there. 0.5. Yeah. So, and this is the thing. This is what I wanted to explain to you about this 5.5 cents level. That's a major fib level, and we've back tested that as support here, and we've had a back test on resistance here. Yeah, that's a major SR flare, right? And so if you want to get to 9 cents, you have to flip that back into support. That would be a sign of strength. So when you see a sign of strength, you're thinking higher. Yeah. And if you do flip 5.5 into support and you're right back at 9 again, then that would be really quite strong price action. So you wouldn't necessarily be thinking to yourself, sell at 9.9 for lower. You'd actually be thinking to yourself, you could take profit, but you'd be thinking for yourself, attack it again, higher low, and let's get through. That's what you'd be thinking. So actually, I'm not thinking 9 cents. Yeah. I'm thinking slightly lower. I'm thinking what we need to do is flip 5.5 cents back into support. And this is a consented effort with everyone who's invested in TRVL. And so naturally, the next time we pump, I don't see why 5.5 cents doesn't resist the price. Because again, if you go up from the current price, you're up 100% increase in value. And I think for most people, they would accept that. They're not going to necessarily hold out for higher, especially when they're looking at some kind of lower highs and continuous kind of bearish market structure. When you keep on looking at bearish market structure, you don't think higher, you think lower. All right. So we haven't been able to change that. And that's why I think 5.5. Okay. That might be a good place for the price to go and find a higher high on the daily time frame. So where is the SR flip? There's your lower high. So if you do go up and put in a higher high and find resistance, naturally the next step there would be a higher low. But as you've seen, as the price dumps, it really dumps. People sell and there's not enough buy liquidity. So there's no guarantee that we put in a higher low after we get a rejection there. And that will depend on whether the buyers, the sellers at that level there, are looking to buy back in. If they're not, and we haven't seen any evidence of that yet, of buyers looking to buy back in, not in a way that's going to hold the price up. Okay, and so you could end up taking out the low, that becomes your lower high, and this whole thing has failed, and all you've actually ended up doing is back testing 5.5 cents another time as a higher time frame resistance level, which we already know, 5.5 cents. Yeah, that's not even, that's just a fib level. I'm not even kind of contemplating volume levels at all, but look, it kind of corresponds to the value area high. So in my mind, 5.5 cents is a critical level to flip. In the context of this range, we're at the value area low, so we are at a really good place to buy. I'm not seeing much interest, and that's why I'm a little bit annoyed. I'm a little bit annoyed because I'm not seeing much interest. It's got nothing to do with me. It's got everything to do with Dtravel. This is basically Dtravel's fault. They've created this environment for us. Okay, so that's part of the problem. Obviously, flipping the point of control is a sign of strength. So that's the first indication of strength that I'll be looking at. You're still in bearish market structure if you flip it into support, but that's actually what is required to happen first before we attack 5.5. So you have to take it level to level and see what needs to happen next. In our current situation and context, obviously we have to hold the value area low on this monthly level of support. That has to happen. You lose support here, we are literally, we've lost it. We've lost the last line of support basically. The all-time low isn't support. It's a target. Yeah, this isn't, there's no support here. It's just a target for taking out the lows. This is support now. We're actually on support right now. Yeah, this has to hold right now. We need an injection of volume. We need massive aggressive buying, and we need the selling to end here. So we're at a really critical level in the price action right now. And in the context of what I'm seeing in the rest of crypto, I'm seeing a really poor reaction, Right now, I'm seeing a really poor reaction. Yeah. And when I've compared it to the other crypto coins, the shittest, the most useless, the most pointless coins, no project, useless team, useless everything, are pumping 100%. Yeah. And we're not. It's not my fault. It's just it's not just the way it is. There's a reason for it. We have to solve that problem. So this is a really good place to buy. And I guess for most people, if you're looking to dollar cost average in, this would be a good place to pick up some TRVL. Certainly. Yeah. But just be aware that this is support. It has to hold. And if it doesn't, we're in trouble. We're really in trouble. I think people will sell. I'm not going to sell. I'm going to ride this. I'll end up losing a lot of money, but I'll ride this boat until the end, whatever the end is. But it doesn't really matter because I've made my views very clear. I'm telling them what needs to happen, and if at the end of the day, in a year's time or whatever, we don't actually, this token goes down, it doesn't go up, it underperforms, it goes down, and the Bitcoin bull market doesn't go up, which is what's happening now. It's going down. Yeah. Then I can tell you that these people are the most, like, honestly, I would feel sick to my stomach at the people who have led us into this place. Yeah, they don't deserve anything. Friendship, nothing. Yeah, the fact that they can let us down so much, so badly, without taking any kind of hint of responsibility is sickening, really. Sickening. I count in a lot of these people as my friends. I'm putting a lot of time and effort to try and support the price, but fundamentally, all I'm seeing are hypersensitive egos, and they're not the right people. Honestly, not the right people. I've said this before, but I just keep on saying it. They're not the right people. This isn't, if they were the right people, this is not the chart you would see. Not the right. And look at that. It's so frustrating that I just don't know what to say. Yeah. And this is the problem when you're dealing with people who have literally no awareness of crypto and what's happening. They have no idea what crypto is out there, what crypto coins are doing, etc. Look at this token, Casper. Brand new token, launched September 22. Yeah, 1 year after Dtravel, in the bear market where FTX and everything was crashing, right? And it's up 10,000%. 10,000% in exactly the same time period, actually less. They launched during the bear market, also at the worst possible time when FTX and everything was crashing, right? And their token is up 10,000%. In this recent crash, this most recent one, right? The price dropped less than TRVL, 38%. At the highs, after a 10,000% increase in value, in the most recent crash, this token fell down less than TRVL and it bounced back more than TRVL. After this token has experienced a 10,000% increase in gain, yeah, in a short, during the same period or slightly shorter than Dtravel and TRVL. It's got nothing to do with the project. It's got everything to do with the people behind the project. Everything to do with them. Yeah. If you put these people in any other project, they'll do exactly the same thing. If you put this team, these people who are leading this project in any other single project, you'll have exactly the same results. It's like poker players. Why is it that the same poker players are always in the final table? Because they're good. Doesn't matter about the cards or the circumstances of the tournament. Yeah. Those are the people who can play poker. Their track record and the success rate speaks for itself. Why are traders, good traders, always consistently winning and everyone else is losing? Yeah. And so it's the same thing with this. And so when it comes to what I'm seeing in other projects and comparing them with Dtravel, I'm seeing Dtravel is like literally the best idea, in my opinion. One of the best ideas, a really amazing product, a really great application. But everything else is a massive, massive, massive red flag right now. Yeah. I had hoped that by now things would have improved. I would have helped to improve those things. I would have influenced enough to help to make things better. But the pushback that I keep on getting, the excuses, the dog ate my homework excuses. Oh, I've been sick, whatever. It's just, it gets to a point where it's sickening. It's sickening to hear those same excuses. We're trying our best. It's the most constant repeat excuse that I keep on hearing. It's unacceptable. Trying your best. It's not, I'm not happy about your best. Your best, this is your best. If you're trying your best, then what else have we got left for me? If this is your best, then I don't want you to be in charge. Get me? If this is your best. All right? So just be aware, just be careful with what's happening. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I didn't expect us to lose the point control. I thought there was a chance we could have a failed auction on the 5.5. And then obviously the point of control has to hold. We're back in the value area low. This has to hold now, has to hold. And so naturally, I want a change right now. I want people to see that things are not going to be the same, that there's going to be a massive, massive shift in direction. And the focus has to be 100% TRVL value. Yeah. If you agree with me, then get onto that Telegram and start raising your voice. If you don't agree with me, if you're not involved, or if you're not interested, fine. Okay. Good luck to me. Huh? It's like my own battle. All right. That's enough TRVL talk for today. No point continuing this conversation. It's dreadful, miserable, extremely bearish price action, terrible reaction, like literally. And actually, I'll tell you something, yeah. Just when it comes to candles, that's actually a really bullish pattern. This one here. This red candle at the lows, this dragonfly doji followed by a green gravestone doji. This is really bullish, yeah. But this is not now. This is like, you see, there's no follow through. Just every green candle is being sold now. Even though this pattern is bullish, you need that candle to go up now. And that would be correct. And so what you're seeing is extreme bearishness, extreme bearishness. And there's nothing they can do about it. And so I've suggested staking programs. I've suggested centralized staking programs. I've suggested so much. All right. I'm done with TRVL for now. And I'm going to make a video of this. I want people to see it. Let's have a look at Bitcoin